When I was young, NATO was the US-European alliance for the defense of Europe, hence the name North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Before I became an older man, the NATO alliance was bombing and attacking European countries, and even now occupies a part of Europe in the territory they call Kosovo. In between time, NATO has expanded its purview almost across the entire world. Even Colombia, although the recent change of government in Colombia might alter that fact, is a candidate member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and it is deeply involved in the attempt to taunt the Russians into an all-out European war in the Ukraine. It is heavily involved in the AUKUS alliance between Australia, the United States and New Zealand. Its tentacles are now everywhere. And so we're asking the question tonight, is NATO the problem rather than the answer to the problem of instability in the world? Many people believed, certainly of my generation, that NATO was set up as a counter to the Warsaw Pact. Only the older viewers will remember that one. This was the military alliance of the Soviet Union and its allies in Eastern Europe. But in truth, the Warsaw Pact was set up 5 years after the establishment of NATO as a counter to the American-European alliance in NATO. Many people in the western part of Europe still believe that NATO is somehow benign. Although if you go to the streets of Belgrade, you'll find a different story because, of course, NATO remorselessly bombarded them for almost 90 days, killing tea ladies in the television station in Belgrade and bombing the Chinese embassy. Not sure they'd be bold enough to do that nowadays. I'm joined, as always, by a group of distinguished experts. I'm merely the enthusiastic amateur. And the first of those is older than NATO. Well, almost. He is the veteran British politician, twice Mayor of London, the first and finest Mayor of London, and my former parliamentary colleague, Ken Livingstone. Ken, welcome back to the show.
Can I just correct you? I was actually born 2 years before NATO.
Yeah, I knew you would be vain enough to point that out, but it was in the ballpark, so I thought I'd try and get away with it. But you're looking splendid.